Three Winds Fitness is a free fitness program offered in parks around Los Angeles. Kinesiology students from CSUN and GCC lead workouts and coach participants to help them reach their goals.
Whenever I bring in students to talk to other students or alums to talk to other students, there's this perception that they are so much better than you, they are so much older, they are so much mature, they are so much more experienced. And yet, my reality is I saw them when they were, right? I saw each one of these individuals. You know, James and Varun, they are here today, and they did not know that they were going to do this. You know, they were put on the spot. Hey, I want to film you for some students at GCC, and they responded. So they would never have known this was going to occur, but they came today, and that happened. Right? I did not select them. They said what they said because they're trying to help you. That's who runs Three Winds. James came out today and he said, so what do you do? I said, I don't do anything. The students run the show. That's your opportunity.
Hi everyone, my name is Arlene Flores. I started off at Glendale Community College. I pivoted my whole career. I was a hair and makeup artist. So I decided that I wanted to do physical therapy. So I started off at GCC. I did a lot more than 2 years, but that's because I became a mom in the middle of it. Then I transferred to CSUN, and my first semester at CSUN, I kept hearing, Three Winds, Dr. Loy, Three Winds, Dr. Loy. And I'm like, I don't know what this is. Is it a book? Is it a pamphlet? What is it? And I just, I kept hearing about it, but it just wasn't enough for me to really take the initiative and seek it out. And they sent out an invitation for new students to recruit, and it sounded like the coolest thing ever. You got to do hands-on experience, you worked with clients, and as I went through my first semester at CSUN, I realized I was kind of lonely, didn't have a lot of friends, so I wanted to be a part of something. I wanted to make a name for myself and stand out. And so I joined Three Winds, and it was life-changing the minute I started. Everyone is so friendly and welcoming. We had a huge workshop, and they told us all about Three Winds. The next few weeks we started here at San Fernando Park, and again, life-changing. The participants just embrace you because they are so happy that you're dedicating your time for them so that they can get healthy. They bring you food, they give you hugs, and it was just amazing. This was pre-pandemic, and I showed up, and I started to make a name for myself, and within a few weeks I got approached by Gabby to be a leader. Then we went into the pandemic, and I just put my full force into into Three Winds, and it has gotten me to so many places. Right now I'm currently in the master's program, and I want to say that being a part of Three Winds was a huge part of me being accepted at CSUN for that.
I'm currently at GCC, just like Arlene was at. I found out about this program through a friend. He ran like an Instagram account called Kinleads, Gev, if y'all know. Yeah. He's my sister's boyfriend's friend, so I met him at a grad party, and he said, hey, like, you're into kinesiology, like, come to Three Winds, we have a barbecue event over the summer. And I'm like, okay. Then I came kind of nervous because I only knew him, and I met everybody there, super welcoming. And then from that point on, I just kind of got involved, and I'm able to now gain experience from group trainings. I love everybody here. We just train the community. It's an overall really healthy and happy environment. I recommend everybody to do it if you're into kinesiology, group trainings, physical therapy. You learn a lot from different age groups, and I feel like that's the most beneficial part, and different activity levels. So yeah, highly recommend.
Okay, I'll go. Okay, hello everyone. My name's Alex. I actually started Three Winds as a freshman. I'm now a junior, so I've been here for almost 2 years, or 2 years I would say. The reason I joined Three Winds was because I wanted to be a part of something. In high school, I wasn't as involved. You know, I did volleyball, I did some theater here and there, but not very involved. And so in college, I wanted to do something, really take advantage of the college experience. I knew that I didn't just want to go to class, go back home, do homework, just study. You know, that that's not the college experience, right? I want to make friends. I want to grow professionally. And so I knew I wanted to be involved in something. And then I remember I was in Dr. Loy's Kin 200 class, and he kept saying, like Arlene said, right, 3 wins, 3 wins, 3 wins. Like, what is that? Like, why does he keep saying it? And then a 3 wins presentation came, right? And there was 3 wins instructors that came to present at this presentation. They talked about the program, what it was, but I think what really convinced me to take that leap of faith was their enthusiasm. I could tell they were very enthusiastic and passionate for this program, and I just knew, I was like, that's something I want to be a part of and contribute to. So again, I took that leap of faith, I took that risk, and it's definitely the best decision I've made in college. I've grown a lot professionally, but also individually. I'm a lot more confident. I feel more prepared as a junior, and I think that's very rare right now, because I see some of my other peers in my kinesiology classes right now, and I can tell they may be doing well in the class, but professionally they don't have those soft skills that we talk about, being able to like hold a conversation, be able to connect and create relationships with people. And that's just as important, because at the end of the day, you have to connect with your clients, right? Connect with people. It doesn't matter what right? If people don't feel like you care about them, or you can transfer that knowledge to them in a more digestible manner. And so because of 3 wins, I've learned all these skills. I've picked up all these skills. And I just feel more confident as a junior. I don't know what I want to do as a career. I'm still looking into that. But I know certain values I'm looking for in a job. For example, something I'm actually passionate about and won't feel like a job. And I like that more like teaching and mentorship type of role. So I'm looking for a possible career that kind of highlights those values for me. So that's why I'm still here, right? 2 years later, I'm still here in 3 wins. I plan on staying here as long as I can, so I can gain as much as possible from this program, but also give back, to the underserved community, to participants, give back as much as I can. And that's my story.
Yeah, so hi everyone, my name is Gabby, and I actually joined 3 Wins Fitness around my sophomore year. So I was the freshman that started at CSUN and had no clue what to do. I had nothing on my resume. I literally had no job prior to that. I was just, a little student that's awkward going to class. I was like, I guess thinking what's next. I was like, what am I gonna do? How is someone gonna hire me if I have 0 experience in anything? And so I kept hearing around the kinesiology department, 3 Wins, Dr. Loy. I was like, all right, I guess I should go meet Dr. Loy. So I went on a hike that 3 Wins was hosting, and I didn't know anyone, and I brought my friend. She didn't go to the school, and we both were at the very end of the pack, literally dead last in this hike. And it was a long hike, it was 13 miles, and Dr. Loy was our savior. We didn't know where to go, we were already out of water, and he was that person right there that was like, follow me. And I was like, thank you. And that's so metaphoric, because even in my career, he's been that person. So for the whole hour hike back down, I just had an opportunity to meet him. In the back of my mind, I was very nervous, because this is the Dr. Loy, and I was like, great, gotta talk to him for an hour. But it was good, and I think that was an opportunity for me to realize, people are always watching, so always present yourself the way you want to be seen. So I took the opportunity to just share my experience, share what I want to do, which at the time was just help the public. I didn't know what, just help them, be the person, be the change. And so Dr. Lloyd connected me to 3 Wins, and since then I've been a part of the program. I've had countless of opportunities to have jobs. I did corporate wellness, I did group fitness, I got certified, and then now I'm one of Dr. Lloyd's grad students, and I am pursuing physical therapy after that. So kind of like a full circle, but I'm so thankful for those experiences, because I know some people, right from their undergrad went straight to PT school, and I know that wasn't my path, but I'm so thankful because I have had so many chances to grow, like the soft skills that Alex was saying, but also just give back in this community that they're just so thankful to be here and so happy. And when you see the impact that you're making in these people's lives and their families, it's just beyond anything. And to think that you're just kin students, right? And you're making this impact in your undergrad, like, it's so rewarding, and I'm really passionate about it. So for all of you that are thinking about it or don't know, just come out. It doesn't hurt. Be present. Say yes to opportunities. I think that was the best thing that I took from my undergrad. It was just saying yes. You know, it doesn't hurt to just show up and learn. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you do, then you struck gold, you know, and stick with it. So that's a little bit about my journey.
Great. I just started sitting there. All right. My name is James. For those of you who are, you know, I'm talking to, I'm probably like going to be in your position. I'm in your position right now. I'm a transfer student, junior. So this is actually my first time at 3 Winds, and just like how everybody was saying, 3 Winds, like, honestly, like, it's almost like a blessing in a sense, like a disguised blessing that you heard about it, because I'm at a position where I don't really know what career path I'm going to go at, but to be able to be in an environment where I could talk to people that are in that career path that I want to go to, and have that like option where I can just, you know, just pick their brain or just be around them and just, you know, find different things that I might like be interested in, is what's really helpful about 3 Winds. So if you are gonna, like, you know, let's just make it simple. If you buy food, you're gonna eat it. If you buy Netflix, you're gonna watch it. If you pay for college, you know, do everything that comes with college. So just take advantage of all your opportunities. Don't just sit around, like Alex was saying, get the full college experience. Like, part of your classes that you pay for, you know, might have you doing things that you might not want to do, like branching out and being uncomfortable. I had to drive super far to be here, but I'm very thankful, you know, for the opportunity that it gave me. So just take advantage of these opportunities that you have now, and yeah, just don't waste, because time's ticking.
So hi, I'm Varun. I'm not a junior or a master's student. I'm a freshman, believe it or not. So I heard about 3 Winds in my Kin 200 class that I'm in with James, actually. But I didn't know it was a fitness program. Let's get that straight. I'd heard about it my first day in the class. I'm thinking this is just like some movie that is just being filmed. 2 sentences later, I hear he's been doing this for over a decade. I'm like, oh, so it's not a movie. The next class, we're going through slides of it. I'm like, oh, so that's what it is. Cool. I want to do that, but I was trying to figure out how I can do that with my schedule, only being able to go on Fridays because classes, work schedule. But let's talk about how to enjoy life with all that. People always talk about fitness programs or just anything hangout wise. That's so much fun, but the people doing it are what make it that way, but it's also the people who attend it. My first class was last week. It was amazing. People were so energetic, so helpful, so hands-on. It was great. So that's why I'm gonna be staying here again as a freshman. I'll grow up though. I'll be a senior. I'll be a senior someday. But I'll keep doing it, and I'm currently doing the paperwork, but I'm going to be focusing on being a PT because that's what I already know I want to do. I've already had conversations with Dr. Loy about it. But that's why I think for 3 Winds, it's going to be great because I get to learn how to lead people, how to focus on form, how to focus on a lot of things that I wouldn't be able to do without 3 Winds. So as everyone else has said, take the opportunity, much like I did. But just don't think it's what I thought it was, a movie. Although it can be made into one.
So something that I learned that I want to share with an upcoming class is just to emphasize the fact that we care too much about what other people think of us. And just here to reiterate, let go of that. Put your pride, fear, and everything aside, and kind of just throw yourself out there, because even if you end up not liking this program, it wouldn't hurt to come for a day and try. Like, you wouldn't know until you actually try it. It's better than not trying at all, right? Just like anything in life, it's really important to just really gain that hands-on experience, because not everything is about textbooks and just reading just words off of a book. It's actually being present and learning and meeting new people and really just seeing what you like and don't like. That's the whole part of life. So, yeah.
Something that I have learned in my undergrad was definitely from doing nothing, I did everything. And that also can be bad. So I would say yes to every opportunity, which yes, it helped me grow, but at the same time, I did reach a limit that I was burning out. And I didn't ask for help. I think I was maybe, too shy or too scared. Or, I don't know what it is, but I just kept going. And I was like, I can do it. But that took a huge toll on me. And I felt like I wasn't really enjoying everything because I just had to go from one thing to the next. And that's no way to live either. So what I would say is just prioritize, right? Pick and choose where you want to spend your time. Obviously, a program like this, I always stuck with it. But, my other things or whatever else I was involved in, I was like, maybe, I can take a step back. I don't have to be number one in this and that and everything else, right? I can be here and still do that and then find time for myself too. So definitely take advantage of those above you, talk to them. I always loved looking at the seniors when I was a freshman and just seeing how they're managing their time or what they're getting involved in. And I feel like I just learned from that. I was able to grow and find out where is my max and then what I can do from there. So definitely say yes, but then also worry about yourself, take time for you because that is totally important as well.
So some advice that I would give to younger kinesiology students is take the risk. That's how I was able to grow so much. The way I like to think about it is the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. That's really how I did it. I mean, I was only a freshman and my exercise director, his name was Jason at the time, just threw me in there to instruct and cue. I was a freshman. I was so nervous, but through that experience, it was so uncomfortable, but I learned so much from it. So you see, the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. So always think about that. Second, similar to what Michelle was saying, don't care about what other people think. Don't compare yourself to others. I see that's typically very detrimental because we're all in our own journeys. Some came from community college and transferred, right? Others straight from high school went to college, right? We all have different backgrounds, different experiences. So it doesn't make sense to compare an apple to an orange, right? We all have our own paths. So I think it's better to compare yourself to your past self because that makes more sense. Now you're comparing an apple to another apple, right? So that way you kind of measure your progress too. You always want to be progressing, going up, taking opportunities, and improving yourself, bettering yourself. And then something I wish I did earlier was talk to more people. I've been in this program, like I said, for 2 years now, right? But I think something that I've started to implement more is just talking to more people, within the program, even outside the program, expanding your network. That's what it is, because you don't know who's going to, offer you that job or help you out later in life. So it's better just talk to people, get to know them, expand that network. And so I wish I would have told that to myself when I was younger, for sure, because I'm sure my network would have been bigger, but it's better late than never. So, here I am talking to more people, expanding my network and trying to improve every day.
With all that being said, I don't know how to top that, but I'll try. Much like Michelle was saying with textbooks, I agree with that. What's the past gonna do for a future when this is modern day, times are different? Forget reading the textbook, go out and experience it. That's basically what 3 Wins is, even though there is a kin textbook, but who's to say we read it? I took my notes though, I'm not saying we don't. But we went through 3 chapters and we're 2 months in. I'll be honest with you, I've learned more from 3 Wins about kinesiology as a whole than a textbook. Get on that. The point being is that a textbook is great, you can learn from it, but the reality is if you go out and do it, that's what's gonna get you up here while a textbook's gonna, or lower. But another thing is, don't let people take your kindness for weakness. There's actually a song with The Weeknd and The Future called Coming Out Strong. The chorus is, you take my kindness for weakness, I'm coming out strong. But the thing is, if those people are just gonna do that, like the course says, I'll be the one who comes out strong. Especially as a freshman, I'm surrounded by older people, not in a bad way. I'm taking all the things that they're saying and I'm implementing it into my life from the start because it's all great advice. But the thing is, if you're gonna hear it, are you gonna do it? That's what I'm gonna leave it at. But I'll learn from it.
The reason why we are doing this film is because none of you showed up, right? You were invited to a session today and nobody showed up. So what's up with that? So are you going to be the pandemic group, the group that came through in the pandemic and didn't do anything? Or are you going to be surrounded by people that did do something during that very same period and look where they are now? So you got that choice. The opportunity is to go from Glendale College to come to Northridge. This program is here. You could come out now. You could come out to the open house, see what it is. You could blend in with the audience. We won't even know you're here unless you want us to know you're here. And so opportunities are there, just as they said. Just say yes, go out. What's the worst thing that could happen? Right? Could get a little embarrassed, but the likelihood is we're not going to put you in that situation. You can be the change. You can come out here. Everything that they said, you could end up saying because it's your opportunity. So, but this isn't the only program. Do something. Do anything other than what you did today, which is not show up.
The Three Winds Open House is Wednesday, November 3rd, 8:15 to 9:15 a.m. at San Fernando Recreation Park.